Okay.
Hello, hello. I think we're live. I am super excited. Well, wait just a minute. Oh, yeah, people are on. Woohoo! I'm super excited to connect with you, Miss Elizabeth, and do one of my favorite exercises. Now, for those of you that have been hanging out with us over the past few Transformational Tuesdays, I'm kind of switching it up because I know that there's a lot of ways to experience your own breakthrough and kind of take yourself to that next level. And this exercise that I'm going to do for you is actually in the clarity chapter of the Dream Life book, Design Your Dream Life, that I wrote this past year. And when you go to denisewalsh.com/action, not only do you get the action planner that's right behind me, but you also get a chapter of the book. And the exercise that I'm about to do with Elizabeth is a part of that book. So you definitely want to take it out or check it out if you're not on that list yet, because the action planner, which I'm going to actually go through in detail next week, is like the how to, right? We have dreams, we have wants. How do we do it? Like, how do we get it on our calendar? How do we prioritize? How do we time manage? And that's what the action planner is all about. The clarity chapter is honestly probably even a bit more important, because if we don't know what we want, how can we go get it? And I was just in New Jersey this past weekend and did this exercise with them. And you guys, I'm getting messages all day today of people who just have never given themselves a space to do this type of work. And when you kind of quiet your soul, quiet your mind, and allow things to bubble up, like seriously amazing things happen. So Elizabeth, thank you for saying yes today, for being in the transformational hot seat. I so appreciate you. And I know we are actually in the Dream Life community together, and you've been participating in that and just kind of going through some of the exercises and aha moments and all of the things that we're doing in there too. So thank you so much. You want to say hi?
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Thanks for having me, Denise. I appreciate
Yay. Okay, so I'm sure you've seen me do this before, but I'm not sure if you've actually done it before. So I'm going to explain it like you know nothing, okay? And if you are listening, do this exercise yourself. Like fully listen, but then you can even do it yourself. So that way you can experience your own transformation. But I do have to tell you, there's something about saying it out loud that actually like activates something in our body. You can write it, but saying it out loud is really powerful. And so Elizabeth, today's exercise is all about getting clear. I like to say a personal vision is when we have a picture of the future that produces so much passion, we just can't help but get up in the morning and go run for it. And that's what I want to help create for you today. So what we're going to do is I'm going to ask you just one simple question. And I want you to think about the first thing that pops in your mind, right? And say it. And then I'm going to ask you the question again and again and again. Now, the question I'm going to ask is, what do you want? Now, what I want when you're thinking about this, most people I've learned say things like world peace. You're like, I totally get that. I also want world peace. But I want you to kind of think about what you can put in your schedule. You know, what are some, think about all areas of life, your relationships, your financial situation, your giving back, your legacy, your business, like all of the different areas. What do you want in all of those areas? So it's okay to want world peace, but I want to help you go a little bit deeper than that, because next week we're going to talk about how to take these dreams and desires and wants and actually make them happen in your life. Now, one thing I do want to mention before we get going is I did this again, like I mentioned, in New Jersey, and someone came up to me afterwards and they were like, Denise, I did this exercise with you. So when you first brought it up again, I thought like, oh, shoot, I've already done this. But what she said was that she experienced more transformation the second time because she had already kind of like got that top layer off, you know? So if you've seen this before, that's okay. If you're listening and you've seen this before, that's okay, because something new is going to be stirred up every single time. So, Miss Elizabeth, what do you want?
I want to um, make enough money to match what I used to make in my corporate job.
What do you want?
I want to be able to retire my husband when he turns 55, like I was able to retire when I turned 55.
What do you want?
I want to be able to pay cash for my son's college. He's a senior this year, so that's next year.
What do you want?
I want to uh, help pay for my parents' bills and my husband's parents' bills.
What do you want?
Uh, I want to go to Israel. We want to go to Israel as a couple.
What do you want?
Um, I want to um, buy a new house.
What do you want?
Um, I want to become debt free or financially free.
What do you want?
I want to fund my 3 grandchildren's college funds, start funding that.
What do you want?
Um, I want to be able to make make more friends.
What do you want?
I want to be able to. I want to be a positive. Um, I want to learn how to be a positive influence on other women my age.
What do you want?
Um, I want to. I just want to travel more.
What do you want?
I want to be a blessing to other people.
What do you want? Go ahead.
I want to be more outgoing.
What do you want?
I want to um, learn how to communicate in such a way that uh, helps people think. I guess that not just think, but I don't know, help them see that there's more. There's a better way. There's something out there different.
Awesome. What do you want?
I um, I want a Land Rover.
What do you want?
I want a house with a pool.
What do you want?
I want to be able to take my parents to Israel as well.
What do you want?
Um, I want to take my entire family, meaning my husband, myself, our 3 kids, and our 3 grandkids, to Disney as a whole family vacation.
What do you want?
I want to be able to be more of a blessing at my church. Like I volunteer already, but I'd like to volunteer more and also give more.
What do you want?
I want to be a size 6.
2 more. What do you want?
I want to be more disciplined in my working out and my eating in my health area.
What do you want?
I want to have a team or a group of friends that we can just have fun together, share with each other, and just you know, deposit good things into each other's lives.
Awesome. What do you want?
I want a let's see. I want a house with an outdoor kitchen as
With a what?
an outdoor kitchen.
Ooh, good for Texas.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Awesome. So tell me how it felt talking about that for almost, I think it was about 8 minutes.
It was hard. It was harder than I thought. It was harder than I thought because I had to dig deeper and think more because the first few were easy because you know,
You think about them all the time.
yeah, but I had to dig deeper for the last few.
Was there anything that like came up that you were surprised about?
Um, surprised about. Well, I'm kind of surprised about the friendships. I have friends, but ever since I retired, then I don't. I feel like I don't have a community of friends like I used to. So I think I brought that one up twice in a couple of ways. So I was surprised about that one.
Yeah. So is there anything that you mentioned that you think, oh, I can do that, or I can put something like that on my calendar, or I can make that happen, or I already have that, or I can deepen that? Like anything that you feel like you can do now that you know it's that important to you?
Yeah, probably the volunteering at church I can do that. I mean, and then also um, I can put on my calendar my working out schedule and just actually stick to it, not just put it on the calendar.
One day at a time. Keep saying yes. One day at a time. Good. Good. Well, what I'd challenge you to do after today is to write everything down, because again, you don't want to forget it, and you can even listen to this back and write it all down. And then the question that you can ask yourself is, what is one step I can take to make this happen? For example, I've been to Israel and I loved it. I loved it. And when you really look, like, how much does it cost? Is it really that expensive? What does it look like? And so one idea would be to just research it and really get a good grasp of how much things are, because it would probably be less than you think. And then, another idea, of course, is your calendar with working out. And maybe I've got an idea. Find a workout buddy. That's like 2 birds with 1 stone. But what's kind of cool is when you put it all down and you're able to see, this is important to me. And then some of it you can either plan out or you can put in your calendar. Helping your parents and your in-laws was important to you as well. And how much does that look like? What does it look like to be financially free? How much do you need each month where it's overflow and you can then give to them and your church? So taking kind of these bigger ideas and then really honing it down to being specific enough where it can be one step at a time.
Mm-hmm. That's a good idea. Yeah, I'd never thought about actually researching how much it costs to go to Israel and different things like that. Yeah, because you have to know that to in order to go. So
yeah, and you'd be surprised. Like it costs more for me to travel to California than it does Ireland.
wow.
You know, like you just never really think about that, but
yeah,
but you never know. You never know. So when you think about one last question, when you think about what do you want, how do you feel?
I mean, I feel, I guess, a little overwhelmed. Not really overwhelmed, like but I mean, I feel like at least now I kind of know. So, like you said, I can start writing it down, start trying to figure things out a little bit more clearly. So at least I'll have a little bit more knowledge of what each of the ones are going to take in order to make them happen. So I feel clear.
Good. Good.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yay. A couple of things I find. Number one, it can bring up excitement, like joy, like, oh my gosh, I haven't thought about this fun stuff in a while. But it also can bring up that like, oh crap, that's a lot to do. Or will it really ever happen? Or, I've been wanting this for so long. And so it can also bring up some feelings of defeat even before we get started. And so my thought for that is pick one thing that you believe you can do first and do that first. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like when you match your belief, when you match your dream to match, like it's when you're, let me see if I can say it right. Your belief and your dream and your belief have to match, right? So if your dream is way up here, you don't really believe it, so it's okay to change your dream to be something that you really know you can do or believe in, or you can have that kind of that yes or that quick win kind of a thing. Because the more of those little things you check off, the more your belief is going to grow with the bigger dreams.
That makes sense. Yeah. Because with that feeling of overwhelming, I mean, you just don't do anything.
You get paralyzed a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been there too. And know too that it doesn't have to happen tomorrow, but it can happen in 2 years, in a year. But it won't happen then if we don't start talking about it and planning it now, right?
Right. Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So cool. Well, I'm excited for you. Definitely keep posting in the Dream Life community what your action steps are, what you get on the calendar. I'm going to be asking you about like a workout buddy or volunteering and some of the things that you can do to fill your heart and some of your other goals, but also bringing the community that you're looking for.
Okay. Sounds great.
And if you guys are out there and you have done this exercise too, we want to hear about it. I'll post the link to the Dream Life community. It's a free group where we all just like dreamers and doers connect and hold each other accountable in a community. Oh, look at that. And you're totally invited. And then also go to denisewalsh.com/action and download the action planner. And then you'll also get the free clarity chapter that has this exercise plus many others for you in your inbox. So thanks so much for hanging out with us, and we'll see you next week. Bye.